Welcome to ScholarMatics. Today I'm going to be showing you how to solve quadratic equations by factorizing. That is by the factorization method. A quadratic equation is an equation with the highest degree of 2. The highest degree here of this expression is 2. So there are different methods to solve quadratic equations. We can solve by factorizing, by completing the squares, by using the quadratic formula. We can also solve graphically, but today we are focusing on solving it by factorization. So let's begin. The coefficient of x squared here is 1. The coefficient of x is 7, and the coefficient of 12 is what? 12 has no coefficient. 12 is a constant since there is no variable x, so x is called a variable. Write the numbers before the variables are called coefficients. A number without a variable is called a constant. So x squared minus 7x plus 12 equals 0 is the equation we are dealing with. So the first thing we are going to do is let's name the coefficient here a, the coefficient here b, that's minus 7, the constant here plus 12, that is c. So the first thing we are going to do is we are multiplying a by c. So if we multiply a by c, so we have coefficient of x squared, that is a, which is 1, multiplied by plus 12. So 1 multiplied by plus 12, we have 12. So the next thing now is to get the factors of 12. So what are the factors of 12? We have 1 multiplied by 12, 2 multiplied by 6, we have 3 multiplied by 4. So which of these factors, when added or subtracted, will possibly give us minus 7? So this is out. 12 and 1 cannot give us minus 7. 2 and 6 cannot give us minus 7. So we are left with 3 and 4, which can possibly give us minus 7. So we pick this now. So 3 plus 4 is 7. But we are looking for b, which is minus 7. So it has to be minus 3 minus 4 equals to minus 7. So the factors we are meant to use is minus 3 minus 4. So we rewrite this expression or this equation, so we would have x squared. So instead of minus 7x, we write minus 3x minus 4x, since it's the same with minus 7x, plus 12 equals 0. So we factor out this, we factorize this expression. So we have x squared minus 3x and minus 4x plus 12 equals 0. So in the first part of the expression, x is common, so we have x, then x minus 3. In the second part of the expression, 4 is common, so we can say minus 4 here. So we have x minus 3 also equals 0. So this part must be equal to this part. If it's not equal, then it means either your factor is wrong or you didn't factorize well. X multiplied with x will give us x squared. X multiplied with minus 3 will give us minus 3x. Minus 4 multiplied with x will give us minus 4x. Minus 4 multiplied by minus 3 will give us plus 12. So we are correct, equals to 0. So the next thing we do is we pick one of this. So we have x minus 3 and we pick our factors x minus 4, which is equal to 0. So if we are to equate this to 0, x minus 3 equals 0, or x minus 4 equals 0. So we have x equals 3, or x equals 4. So x 3 or 4 is the root of that quadratic equation. So this is how to solve a quadratic equation by factorization. First of all, name the coefficient and the constant. The first coefficient by the variable s squared is a. The second one by the variable x is b, while the constant is c. So you multiply a by c and you get the factors that when you either add or subtract will give you the coefficient b. So you should note that an equation whose highest degree is not 2 is not a quadratic equation. So if you are having an equation with highest degree of 3 or highest degree of 1, that is not a quadratic equation. And sometimes it's we will discover that we can't solve by factorization. So in those cases, either we solve by completing the squares or by using the quadratic formula. So let's take this question now. So here, don't forget the first thing, the variable x squared has coefficient of 2, which is a. The variable x here has a coefficient of minus 7, which is b. The constant here is 3, which is c. So we multiply a by c. So we have 2 multiplied by plus 3, so we have plus 6. So what are the factors of plus 6? We have 1 multiplied by 6, 2 multiplied by 3. Okay, so which of this is likely going to give us minus 7? 2 and 3 is out, so 1 and 6 is likely going to give us 7. So how does 1 and 6 become 7? 1 plus 6 is 7, but the coefficient of x is minus 7. Minus 1 minus 6 is minus 7. So we use minus 1 and minus 6. So we would have 2x squared minus 1x minus 6x minus 1 is minus 6x is minus 7x, okay, plus 3 equals 0. So we factor this out, minus 1x minus 6x plus 3. So after grouping, let's factor out. What is common here? X is common, so x, we have 2x minus 1. X multiplied by 2x is 2x squared minus x multiplied by x multiplied by 2x is 2x squared. X multiplied by minus 1 is minus 1x. What is common here? 3 is common here. So 3 is common here. We can say minus 3 is common since this must be equal to this. So minus 3 is common here. Minus 3 multiplied by 2x and minus 3 multiplied by minus 1. Yes. So minus 3 multiplied by 2x is minus 6x, and minus 3 multiplied by minus 1 is plus 3. So we pick one of it. We have 2x minus 1, and we also have x minus 3 equals 0. So we would have 2x minus 1 equals 0 and x minus 3 equals 0. So 2x equals 1, x equals 1 over 2, x equals 3. So our root of the equation, x equals 1 over 2 or 3. So that is actually how to solve quadratic equation by factorization. Hope you learned something from this video. Don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video.